I am back and with some more Starfield. We're on episode 2 of the Let's Play series and continuing on with Blackbeard's journey. And yeah, last episode was us starting off, kind of getting to grips with the game. And yeah, we're going to just continue on. I kind of want to do... go into the settings and I want to change... large menu fonts. Might try that. Just to see. Because like, when I'm playing from my living room, it's a little bit tough. I think that's better now. I'm playing from my sofa is a bit much. But yeah, Edward Thatch Blackbeard. Level 3. And so far it's been alright. It's not been too bad. Like the ship combat is a little bit something to learn, but I think I can get used to it. But yeah, we did like the first episode was about 2 hours long, which I'm gonna try and avoid today. We'll probably just do an hour or so. But yeah, more or less continuing on. But I think we're gonna be getting to know the I can't remember the faction. That's the thing. All the lore stuff, I'm probably not going to take on board, honestly. Like, these people seem a little bit too clean for my liking. I'm hoping there's like a outlaw faction or a pirate faction that I can join. So I think that'll be a little bit more fun. Because these want us to just be explorers, but... which I can do, but...
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
You mind putting your signature on some of the documents? The money-related kind.
Never ends, does it? Dare I ask what I'm paying for now?
Artifacts won't find themselves, and us going after them means fuel, repair costs, the occasional payoff.
Sometimes
as much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then.
You don't fool me for a moment, Peter. I didn't know it.
Do that. A sandwich.
Curious feeling, knowing that you've seen something that no one else has. That you know something no one else does. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Yeah, that was our line. I was about to slit your throat. Don't even know
Yes, you're right. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Just watch your grumpiness in the future.
Now, I've apologized. It's on you to accept and forgive. I'm sure we'll argue again. That's what relationships are. Breakage and repair. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
This isn't what I expected from our CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
It's a bit boring, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of wood.
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Matteo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
Oh sure, I see lights and hear music all the time. It's non-stop party in my
Well,
head.
clearly the sarcasm center of your brain is intact. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
I can tell. This place is boring.
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud-Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud-Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Remember, you're representing all of us out there.
I don't really care about you lot.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean.
Whoa, why is he gone dark?
Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noel. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Matteo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago.
Greetings, Walter Stroud.
It was a big to-do at the
How may I
time, but
assist
most
you?
people in the city have forgotten we're
no,
here.
I don't need anything. Just, check
You didn't really give me a choice on the
Seeing how
tour,
you're
though,
doing.
did you?
At present, all systems are functioning well within established parameters.
Right. Well then...
Yes, Walter Stroud. I will.
Oh, it's a bar. I'll tell you that.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Bit of a vibe.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Matteo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy. We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it? Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Of course, there's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Okay. Oh, so boring planets. Planets they forgot to occupy.
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something, an energy surge, some other phenomenon. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations. I'm not saying you didn't really see anything, just that it's really hard to determine after the fact. It's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Okay.
There's a galaxy chock full of resources. The more data I have, the more thorough an analysis I can do. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep. Great, let's see what you have.
Is this just trading anything?
Stay safe, okay?
So this is me. It's just a bit plain, isn't it?
Vladimir recently, face to face, I mean.
Haven't gone up there recently. Is everything
You know what
okay?
this reminds me of? It reminds me of
Don't know how he does it.
what do you call it? Reminds me of Prey, which is Bethesda, isn't it? But then they cancelled it. So it's probably got assets from that, to be fair. I might try and sell these. Kind of cool that it's all military like grade packaging.
So long.
Some people love that kind of space. Pun intended.
I need to sell this stuff. Hey. It's not my ship, is it? This is more of a room I want. Be courteous. Oh wow. Oh, so we can craft this stuff. We can craft bandages. What's yeah, maybe not. What do I need for that stuff? Fiber. Nine XP for that. Really? Let me say hello to the other guy. Yeah, they've got a better, way better room than I have. It's a bit unfair. Pirate. Heh. You would not be able to point out. Yeah, it's so shit. Like, honestly, it's good that I picked Blackbeard because there's a lot of pirate stuff within this stuff. Like, kind of sea exploration, but in space. It's kind of the same. It's trying to map out the same sort of thing, right? That's what I'm getting. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's outside. We've been there. I've got to say the loading isn't too bad. It's pretty solid.
So,
I feel like this game could
are you
run
ready
on
to get to
Xbox
work?
One.
Or
Not
was there
gonna lie.
something else?
It'd probably struggle in the city.
Time to go?
So she's going to be a new follower. Why
I
can't
know
I have
everyone's
all my
excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as
Why
possible.
can't I have
and
all
be
my
aware of
followers
possible
on my
negative effects.
ship? What
I
happened to
hope
the guy
you are
anyway?
satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Where's that geezer? There's like one more. He's a bit of a douchebag. Ah, this guy.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas.
He
We're
looks
all
like a
here
right
for the
nerd.
same reason. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us. Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
I didn't understand it. Maybe I'm just going crazy.
That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts.
Like it.
It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation.
Why don't you
After a
look
long
into my
talk,
eyes,
we
mate?
realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Take care of yourself.
Okay. See you around, kid. Alright, let's go talk to Karen. Don't really like her. Like, talk about a female character. She's not exactly, Tally or Liara.
Advocate. Goodbye.
Ready to get out there? We're
We'll repeat it.
explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel. I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways. Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do. We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
UC Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. You've done this before, eh? Wise words. We watch each other's backs. We'll be fine. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Actually, there's some things I want to do on my own first. What do I get out of this anyway? Constellation.
You mean
salary.
besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have.
Okay.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
Okay.
I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means. Good. Let's take a little stroll through New
Okay, so
Atlantis,
they're
shall
not
we?
completely. I should be able to do what I want, really. I really want to
I
join
am
this.
at your service, Captain. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Ship. Frontier. Assign crew. Okay. So,
We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast.
you think you mind?
Bye.
Okay. Cool. We'll see what this game's like, though. So far, it's been all right. It's quite a chill, relaxing game, to be fair.
Sergeant Yumi is looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
What's this?
With the consignment shop closed.
Guess this is like clothing. Oh wow, so fancy. Probably gonna scam
Please let me know if
though.
I miss. You won't find a larger array of options in all this. Be my guest.
What's piratey? Got my knife out. Oh, that's alright. How much is that? 700. I had 7,000s. Where's my credits gone? Of course, I can have a dress. Yeah. Maybe I'll get
glad
that
you
one at
came
some
in.
point. I'll probably find it. Ryan Tower.
Then I realized my tank sprung a leak. I'm stuck. The only place close.
Okay, let me try. I don't really want to join them. I feel like they're making me. I don't think I want to join them yet. I want to go with more of a pirate
If you
faction.
don't have official business, we ask you remain in the lobby.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
What is
United
the Vanguard?
Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in? All right.
Maybe later.
Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
We'll talk to him. I'm sure we can make him a good offer for it. If he's on patrol, he'll be putting our item at risk.
What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
Maybe. Alright, so... should we keep going? Because we can always come back. Listen, we got this whole game to explore. Like, I assume it's as big as Fallout and other games in the Bethesda world, but I'm just thinking, what is that? Like, what are you? Fucking loser. I'm just thinking, like, this is kind of, I don't know. Yeah, like, this is open-ended stuff, really. And I feel like we're at this stage of the game where they're kind of, go do this, you'll warm up into the game a little bit more. And then when we reach that point where it's like, go and do stuff, go and like scavenge and level up and stuff like that, that'll be it. But they could have made it so that the doors open fully and you just hop on. It's like that guy then just spawned in out of nowhere. And that looked a bit
I've
weird.
flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Let's say
I've always
night, day
liked
and
that
night.
statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Butt plug. Yeah, like the lighting looks really nice. It's very realistic. I ain't really sold my stuff though. I don't think I've got much to do so.
Security scanners, chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances.
Hello? What are you walking up on me for? Crimson Fleet attacked us.
This is great. Great. My boss, Nadia Mufaz, would kill
What are you
to
on
talk
about?
to you. An actual eyewitness. There's credits in it for credible, newsworthy information. Everyone knows David Barron, the face and voice of SSNN, if you will. But Nadia is in charge of all the research. All the best stories were written by her. She's really something. And easy money, too. Just go to the SSNN building. It's not far. Keep it up, Tommy. You're killing it.
Cut your face off, Tommy. Watch your back, bro. I'm gonna stab you up. Back up, mate. What you fucking doing?
A diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding me. Envoys haven't needed diplomatic visas since the Colony War.
The law's the law, sir, and that one's still on the books. New Atlantis Security Charter 2308 Addendum, Article 2, Section 8.
How cool this is. This looks so nice. This looks so clean. I'm not used to Bethesda games looking like this. Like, it's just not the thing. It's like you have
My
Skyrim,
position.
which is always where it's always I don't know, countryside, castles, stuff like that. Then you have Fallout, which is just a wasteland. You have buildings and stuff, but it's just destroyed stuff, you know? Like, everything's dirty, but this is clean, scientific, laboratory-like. So we want to go Sol. Let's go.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. You're cleared to land. Enjoy your stay at Sidonia.
We're level 4. Should we try and level up? So I tried to level up last time, but why can't I unlock this? Complete the previous challenge. Oh no. Why? So you've got to do the challenges to get the upgrade. So I've got to success 3 speech challenges to get 10%. Oh, that's so annoying. That's alright. Kill 28 enemies with a pistol. And that's it. We're here. Right, what do we do? Where are we going? So we're on Mars right now. This is our galaxy, right? So I assume when we just explore and we'll cover stuff. Interesting. So this is Mars. Like Mars. So it should be empty. Now that's one thing I saw on watched the Rogan podcast a couple of days ago. And they were talking about how they found like a square on Mars. Like a pyramid shaped square. Which is kind of curious, and it's near a face that they found, which the people just keep debunking, but it's still kind of interesting.
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Dropping off a few choice items.
Sarah Jane.
Okay.
Is it like storage here, or do I have any storage? Or not? There's... Nightwear. I don't think there is. Are you ready? Let's see what Mars has got to offer.
Hello.
Sidonia is an industrial town. The people there tend to be... until later. Wonder where this will all lead. Talk to you later.
Sidonia. She was about to say something about them. Are they rebels? Wow, let's check this place out. This is Mars right here. This is like, oh, you know what it's like? It's like, oh, what's the game? You know the game that has really good destruction? It's like that.
Leeches on the hull, multiple leeches in the crab drive.
Been looking for you.
Explain the brownouts.
Let's talk. Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
I'm glad I finally caught up with you. I'm from the Trackers Alliance. We have a proposal for you.
Trackers. Wanted. Be honest. This isn't about my outstanding bounty.
What? Oh, got it. You're trying to make a joke. Emphasis on trying. Yes, it's a proposal. No, not that kind of proposal. The Trackers Alliance has been following your exploits and believe you have what it takes to join our ranks. You're being invited to our new headquarters in Aquila City. There you'll meet with Agent Number 1. If you decide to consider our offer, they'll guide you through our initiation process.
Well, what is it?
I'd expect you
questions.
If
Why
you
should
have
I
any
do it?
inclination of being a bounty hunter, then this is the best deal you're going to get. I'm not here to convince you. I've just been instructed to deliver the message. Your questions would be best answered by Agent Number 1 at the HQ. There will be time for introductions later, assuming you decide to join us. But until then, there's really no need for me to share that information with you.
Tracker? Well, what do you do? Are you just mercenaries or bounty hunters?
There's a reason for that. It used to be on a remote planet in a remote part of the galaxy. Agent Number 1 decided that it would be better if we had more of a public presence. So we purchased the old McCall estate and turned it into our headquarters. What if you do? Well, I would hope that you'd seriously consider our offer. It doesn't matter to me. You're free to make your own choices. I found you, I delivered my message, so my job here is done. Okay, then. I suppose we will. I'll be heading out soon if there's nothing more. Remember, Trackers Alliance HQ in Aquila City. Speak to Agent Number 1.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they're bounty hunters, they might be a good shout. Might be a good way to get money and get some action. Action on it.
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got.
Sorry. What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty red rock?
Just
we were
because the
told there
governor's
were
office
jobs.
is right out there on the main road doesn't mean it's not secure.
Just filled our last items.
Am I glad I got this job instead of mining some dead rock out in the middle of nowhere?
This loser.
Hi there, friend. Can't believe we're still pulling up huge mineral deposits after all this time.
Not ever. Can't say I'm a fan of excitement and drama around here. He ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea. Believe me, I heard it. After about round 3 or 4 was all he would talk about. And he's got a voice that carries. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say?
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You gonna guilt trip me?
I promise this is just between us.
No, I can't. Sorry. That's how the blackest sea works them. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, I get your point. Maybe.
We did it.
All right, I give up. Just trying to earn a living here. Last time he was here, Moira kept yelling about the Lady of Love, singing songs, all that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
So we're off to Venus? Really?
I'm looking for work. You hiring?
I'm interested how much it cost me.
No more than the average good person's salary.
What the fuck?
Everything would just operate a little more smoothly if I had someone to assist me.
Well, you know, office space is limited.
Why is that?
I'll make a note of it and see what they have to say.
I'm in a hurry. I can always find.
You do that.
You be joining the best crews in the
If you're the
services.
best, you should be willing to pay for the best.
Fuck off.
You don't know what you're talking about. That is as slow as I'll go. If you don't like it, look for someone else. Well then, goodbye.
Oh, fuck off, mate.
Got cold beers and good atmosphere.
I'll fucking shoot you in the face. Scamming me.
Fancy seeing you here.
She's that one thing. Can we pick up stuff?
Hey, give that back.
Don't be stupid. Stop now.
What? I ain't done anything.
UC security, you're under arrest.
What?
I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you're being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information. We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any deviation from those orders on your part will be considered an act of hostility and will be met with aggressive force. Smart decision.
Fine.
Stand by to be transferred.
Just got arrested. Or taken. This must be deliberate, right? What the fuck is this shit?
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he...
Hang on, I'm gonna go into a party. I'm back.
be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
Oh, criminal. I moved something.
Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
Ugh.
You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The
Where's my
prisoner's
friend?
ready, sir.
My friend. Colleague. Person. Can't move. Who the fuck is this bold twat?
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. Well, we'll see about that. First, let me see what we're working with here.
I haven't done it.
Seems you had a bit of a reckless past. Always fancied yourself as a wild one, eh? We can work with that. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs.
I bet my shoe size isn't in your records.
Huh. You're absolutely right. Well, I'll have my people get right on that. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDef. Are you familiar with what we do?
I know you kidnap people.
Actually, that's something new we're trying. I figured we needed to branch out a bit, broaden our horizons. UC SysDef is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture.
I have nothing to do with the Crimson Fleet. I don't know where this is going. If you're selling, let me off the hook.
On the books, they maintain combat-ready spaceborne forces to deter aggression and ensure the safety of the United Colonies. What all that fancy claptrap means is that they're the ones who fight in the wars to keep our territories secure. Are we really playing this game? The pirates, like the ones you tangled with on Vectera? Please stop pretending you have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't remember asking how you felt about anything. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down.
I wonder if I can. Let me just search it. Can you join the Crimson Fleet? So yeah, I think you can join them. You can sell like contraband.
Please, finish your thought, so that we can move on to other business.
You want me to risk my neck?
Not for me. For yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UCC STEF, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Well, first of all, we'll forget about the infraction that landed you on the Vigilance. Wipe the slate clean. Better still, depending on how well you do your job, we'll even kick in a few extra credits to offset any cost that the operation will incur. Or, you can throw all that away and end up back in jail with a hefty fine attached. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else?
Shall we refuse it?
Suit yourself. You know, I have to admit,
See what happens.
Surprised. My instincts told me you were the right person, but I suppose I was wrong. All right, send this one to the lockup on Sidonia. Let them deal with the problem.
Maybe you can break out.
Can we refrain from ending up spending our evenings in jail? We've got better things to do.
Trouble, you let us know. Sergeant Booth at your service. If you have a security-related concern, bring it up to me.
So we've got an enemy now.
Not if I've got anything to say about it. For real, though. I don't know if it's because everyone's too busy working, or if it's because of the military presence, but crime's pretty low. We get the occasional drunken brawls, petty thefts and stuff, but Sidonia ain't exactly a hotbed of crime. We're not Neon.
as much as someone's last name is a nickname. Friends, acquaintances, and other locals call me Booth. You can call me Sergeant Booth. Be seeing you around.
If you're going, just because the governor's office is right there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
Welcome to Sidonia Security. I'm Commander Vincent Woodard, Chief of Planetary Security and former head of the Red Devils program here on Mars. I tend to deal with security at a high governmental level, whereas my associate Booth over there handles day-to-day security issues. So if you're looking to report a minor crime or misdemeanor, see him. But if there's something I can help you with, feel free to ask. Have yourself a good one.
I don't really care. Let's try and get to the ship then. I might call it. I know it's not been crazy, but...
Watch out for the robots. They're surprising.
Yeah, hopefully we can join the Crimson Fleet then. I think that's our best chance of joining like a pirate crew. Although, that other faction we spoke to earlier, that woman, we could go there. You know, we'll have a look. The trackers. Mysterious tracker told me that Agent Number 1 at the Trackers Alliance HQ in Akita City wants to speak with me. I probably shouldn't keep them waiting. Deep cover. After refusing to accept the commander offer, I decided to seek out Crimson Fleet on my own and potentially join the ranks. Ooh, I like that. That might be cool. So, seek out the Crimson Fleet. Maybe you can go and join them. I'm assuming they'll just pop up there. Okay, so I might call it there today. I know it's not been crazy actiony, but I feel like that's the thing with this game. It's going to be a lot of talking and listening. And the problem is I'm probably not going to take much of it in, because it's a lot of gobbledygook, I guess, and fussy stuff. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of fluff and not much substance. Like, I don't know. When you compare it to, say... I'm going to compare it a lot to Mass Effect, because I feel like it's a fair enough comparison, really, because it's an RPG related to space. But I feel like when it's Mass Effect, they had the draw of the Reapers and the what the Citadel was and stuff like that. They had, and all these different factions fighting and like having problems with one another and the way they interacted with one another. Whereas I feel like this, can we go in photo mode? Oh, this will be a good way to end the video. Can I? Yeah, we could do an end screen like we used to do in Assassin's Creed. But yeah, I think they had so much in Mass Effect and it worked so well. And we've not really had a game like that since. Like, besides Fallout, but they've been building that over many games, and each game is centered in its own little pocket, where they hint at other stuff in other games, and maybe one or two people show up, like there's a scientist lady in Fallout 3 that showed up in Fallout 4. There's stuff like that, but realistically it's all confined into the one game, whereas Mass Effect, it built over 3 games, the lore and the different factions. The third game was fantastic in trying to ally people together to fight against the Reapers. It was brilliant. It was always that allyship in the first few games, trying to get people to work and understand and team up, and it was always cool. But I feel like this though is a little bit slower at the minute. I don't know. I think once we start going, and once we join a faction that has the jobs and the goals, and we understand what we want to do, it'll be a lot easier, hopefully. But so far, it's been quite chill, and I feel like that's the point of it. Like, you are legit just a speck in this galaxy. I feel like the whole artifact stuff is a bit more fluff, to be fair. It's a bit of how would you say, it's a bit it's a MacGuffin, like, you know, in films and shows where it's like you gotta find this MacGuffin, like this items to save the world and all that stuff. It's kind of like that, where it's like, oh, build up these artifacts to save the galaxy, or be to uncover the universe or something. It'll be some. It won't be even that good, I don't think, unless there's like an alien race that's willing to take over the galaxy. I don't think that's the case with this series. But since Sol is like the Milky Way, I think it'd be interesting to see what happened to Earth, which I assume they'll have an excuse where, like, maybe Earth is destroyed, or maybe something happened where it's just ran out, its clock ran out, maybe the sun burnt it to a crisp or something. I feel like, because there's no way he'll have Earth. I just can't see it. They'll find some way to get around it, because when it's something like Mars or something, it's easy for them, because it's just another planet, rocky planet or something like that. Whereas when it's like Earth, it's like it's a colonized planet, you know, with lore and history and everything. So God knows how they'll explain that. If it is the same Milky Way, they'll probably have some kind of event that happened that kind of changed the Earth, or the birth origin of the human race. It'll be just different, I think. But I've no idea. I might be surprised. We might be running around New York or something. I doubt that. But we'll see what happens next time. I think I'll definitely want to try and join the Crimson Fleet though, so I'll go with the pirate stuff. But so far it's been alright. I don't know what Karen's going to be like though, because she's already had a go at us for going in prison. But it's not been like, okay, I'm leaving you now because this is getting ridiculous. But that was a scripted section then. They just jumped me for no reason. I don't even know what I did wrong. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Like, so far it's been good. It's been alright. It feels like more Fallout, but it's more like we've got story and stuff to do. So that's all it is, really. It's more Fallout stuff. It's a shame there's no mod support, or else I would have probably attempted to do something with it maybe, but at the moment it's working out, the whole Blackbeard stuff. I feel like it'll sit well, like picking up compasses and like telescopes from the from this collectors group HQ is very ship oriented, like proper like kind of Like, back in pirate times, they'd use the stars to guide their way. It's kind of the same thing in space. So it's, I think it'll be pretty cool once we get a proper ship made up, my own personalised ship, and we start understanding how to trade and stuff like that, make money, build up our own fleet, I guess, and I don't know, have a proper crew, several people in the crew, hopefully. But yeah, it's going to take a while for me to get used to this, I think. But at least it's been a start for this and last episode. But I'm going to take my time with it, though. I will probably have, like, several episodes where I just try and sit down and play it, because I think that's what I need. But, like, saying, like, when we get to by episode 5 or 10, I'm like, I'm not too keen on it. We can always move on. This is just like a pit stop, really, because Fallout 4 wasn't going anywhere. I was kind of doing the same thing, so this is an excuse to try new things, or similar but something new. And I've been curious about this game because I do like Bethesda games, and I'm hoping this will kind of warm me over, I guess, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll leave it there today. We'll be back with some more Starfield in the next few days. So as always, thanks for watching if you've been watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.